Okay, how you doing there? This is John Brown. Welcome to another episode of Black Coffee. I'm your host, and today we have Anthony Garry. He has some questions that he wanted to ask me in relationship to his sons and try to get them to the next level. So, welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Brown.
Where y'all live at?
So we're right on the border of Compton and LA.
Oh, is that right?
Closer to Compton.
Oh, you in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hood? Oh,
We're in
okay.
the hood. Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought you was
Yes,
in
sir.
Texas or something. Oh, okay.
Nah. We didn't go.
Okay,
We just came from Texas, though. We
Oh,
literally just
okay.
got off a plane from Texas, so
Nice.
uh, the closest thing to it.
And how many boys you got, or daughters, or?
So, the crazy thing. So I only have one son. I have five daughters, one son. This is
Okay.
the oldest, and he's the one who chose to have this football goal and dream. So,
Okay, good.
So I'm doing whatever I can to make sure that happens.
Okay, Noah, the first thing I want Noah to know is all dreams are possible. You got to understand that. And
Yep.
I know you're young. How old are you, Noah?
13.
13, so you're a young man. So this stuff I'm talking about may not make sense to you, but you will hear it nevertheless. But it'll make sense to your dad, because your dad is older than you, and he'll be able to, translate this stuff as you migrate through life and all that stuff. So go on and hit me with some questions, my brother.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So I guess this might be a little controversial, but this is the number one question, I guess, and this is one I think that pertains to most young athletes. How do you help your sons avoid being distracted by girls?
Well, I started at a young age when they were like 1, 2, and 3. I would line them up from biggest to the smallest. I said, let me tell you something, boys, and don't forget it. Girls are dream killers. And I would make them repeat it. What did I tell you about girls? They're dream killers, Papa, and they would yell it at me. I would do that instill that in them. So it's embedded in their brains at a young age so they don't get crazy. At 13 years old, it's natural. They started liking girls later on and all that stuff. But, and I let them, if they want to date, I let them do whatever they want. But don't try to have girlfriends. Now, let me tell Noah a story that I told my sons. So Noah, when I was bodybuilding, this is before I won the Mr. Universe, the first one. I was training day and night, hard as I could to become something. And I'm talking about, I started like this journey when I was 15, 16 years old, trying to, become a bodybuilder. So I'm in high school. Of course, I try to meet girls and this and that. But one thing I never did, I never let girls get in front of my training. Never, ever. Even when I went to college. Would I see girls? When I started messing around with girls, I would only see them on the weekends. If they didn't get it in by the week before the weekend, I wouldn't talk to them. No one comes in my house during the week, only on the weekends. You gotta stay focused. You gotta make a decision what it is you want to do in your life. Very important. It's okay to see girls, but you got to stay focused, young man.
Yeah.
So you got to just always tell them that, and don't leave it up. Look, Gary, don't leave it up to him to go. I'm going to tell him this once, and he'll get it. You have to remind him on the daily. Now we ain't saying not to see girls,
weekly.
huh?
I've only been doing it about weekly, so I need to step it up.
Oh no, daily. Because he's a young man, and it's okay in order to like girls. There's nothing wrong with that. But we're just saying to stay focused. Don't let them derail you, to knock you off your track. So what position you playing, young man?
DB and receiver.
Okay. And you're playing, I'm assuming, Pop Warner?
No, Snoop League.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
about
same
four.
thing to me. Youth football.
Thing, right? That's
Okay.
Yes, they get very technical when it comes to it, but yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Youth
so
football. He's going into the 8th grade this year, and I guess that kind of leads me into my next question.
right.
And obviously I think everybody got to make a decision for themselves.
Right.
But like, how do you feel about the whole reclassifying?
I knew it. I hate holdbacks. Let me define that. Most kids should graduate at 18.
Right.
Some parents put their kids in school early because they're lazy and they don't want to babysit them anymore. And they put him in school early. Now, if he goes to school early and going to graduate at 17, I say then I don't call it holding him back, but hold him back to put him in his right grade. He needs to graduate at 18. Now, if he's graduated at 19, I don't like that. Why? Because you can't play with the weak and the poor and expect to be great. It's not possible. To become good is to your advantage, is to your benefit to train, to play, to work with kids that are older than you. You may get beat up, but you'll get better. You don't get better by playing with little kids. So if you're 16 and they're 15 or 14, how's that going to make you better? That's
Yeah, definitely. That was, I guess that was just something I kind of wanted to pick your brain about because I'm still like fairly new to that concept. My little
Don't
brother
do it.
played.
How old when he graduates, how old would he be?
So Noah will be 17 and a half-ish because his birthday's in January. So he'll be, about 17 and a half, 17.
See, now I'm telling you, I don't like kids graduating at 17.
Or would you be 17? I'm making sure I'm doing the math. He's the one with the high GPA, so I'm trying to figure out like what that.
Well, he's in 8th grade right now.
He's going to the 8th grade. Yes.
I'll be 18.
He'll be 18.
Yeah, because 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
maybe
he's right. He's right. So, I saw some videos of guys saying that. How did he say this? And it sounded really good, but it was bullshit. He said the top 10 guys in the country in any given position was held back. Now, my question is, even that guy who was saying it said, had he had not been held back, he wouldn't have went as far as he went, which is college, and I think he went to the NFL for like 1 year. What is your goal? Is it to go to college? And when they say that, how far did they go? How many guys in the NFL right now who's been held back, who made it to the big, not for 1 year, not practice squad, how many really made it is the question I have. You got to ask that question.
How many of your sons did you hold back? Because I know all of them have been pretty successful.
No, I don't hold nobody back.
So 100% of them stayed in exactly where they were shipped.
I want them to play up, not down. Play up.
Right. Because that's kind of really how it's going to be. I mean, at every level, you don't get to choose.
Thank you.
Brain.
Thank you.
I guess that was my sentiment. I just kind of wanted to
look
put
at
that
this.
out there.
There are some guys out there who said, I remember there was a conversation, the kid goes, Amara has been held back. And the guy goes, was Amon held back? I go, why do you say that? Because this guy so-and-so said he played against him. And he's already graduated from high school. I go, yeah, that's true. But Amon was a little baby. He didn't know that. Amon played up. He thought Amon was his age. Amon was younger than him.
Right.
See? So if it's me, I play my son up.
Right.
Not down. You got to believe in him. So how tall are you, Anthony? How tall?
I'm 6'2".
How tall is the mom?
6'2". Mom is about 5'9".
Okay, see, that's good height, man. How tall is my man here, Noah?
Noah?
Like 5'10".
Oh, man. Come on, dog. Hold on. We got to start this conversation over. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say you got lucky because I don't think you were thinking about her and babies before you got her impregnated.
Well, I had to say this. Some of us were trying to breed, right? Because I've grown up around a lot of like I don't want to compare it to dogs because she might kill me later, but you know you think about certain traits and
Mm-hmm.
characteristics prior to, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
because I thought I was gonna have all sons. I'm gonna be honest with
Mm-hmm.
you, John. I thought I was gonna be in your situation.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit different.
Yeah.
You
But
wish you had some
now
more
that,
sense.
your height and your wife, your son's gonna have good height on him to play in the NFL.
Right,
Let's get that out the way, okay? How
right.
much do you weigh, Anthony?
Like 143.
And how
Yeah,
about
last time he
Anthony?
weighed in, he's been running track, so he actually lost some weight. He was like 150.
Anthony, how
But
much
I
do you
think all
weigh?
those calories burning.
How much do you weigh, Anthony?
I weigh about 215
And
now.
your wife,
About two
how
fifteen.
much you weigh?
I don't. She'll kill me if I told you.
She ain't 300, is she?
No, she ain't
Okay.
300.
Okay. She ain't gonna be no killing. Just tell me what it is.
Yeah,
We trying
she's
to
probably
figure this.
about the same weight as me.
Okay, because
Right,
you gotta know what it is. Two elephants don't make a
right,
giraffe. Remember that. So my point is, this young man has has been blessed with everything he needs to get to the next level. I'm sure of that. So now, how do we do that? Is the question. So,
right.
how long has he been playing football?
So he hasn't been playing football that long. So
3 years.
about 2 years. He wanted to play. My thing was like, I really wanted him to want it, right? Like I didn't want to just put him in there and he
Oh,
wasn't really open to it. I
stop!
know that was a mistake. I'll admit to my mistakes.
You gotta
I will
make him
say
do
that,
stuff. You make him do stuff.
right,
He don't
exactly,
get no
and
choices.
that's no, not now. It's just like homework, right? I mean, I thought
Hello,
about it the other day because
hello.
I seen some. We would never, hey, well, do you want to do your homework today? Like, hell no, you gonna do that? You gonna do the
Exactly.
homework.
Thank you.
So we've been taking that approach to workouts and other things like that now too, because most kids don't want to. They don't want to do those type of things. I mean, shoot, there's a lot of days we don't want to get up and do the things we need to do, but
Hello.
the reality is somebody's pushing you to do it,
You gotta push
right?
him.
Somebody's grabbing your
Ain't
ass up and saying,
yes,
"Hey,
ain't
get
nothing
up."
wrong with making him do it. Okay,
Right,
so
right.
you mentioned he's a good student.
Yeah, great student.
So
Yeah.
what's your grade point average?
4.3.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's I would call good. 4.0 is not good to me.
No,
That,
no, 4.3.
no, I know what I'm saying. 4.0 in my opinion is not good. So 4.3 is
No,
good.
no, no. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. He,
so that
yeah,
means that you from LA. Let me just put this in my computer. You're from LA. 4.3. It's very unusual to find a 4.3 thug. You feel me?
right,
But they do
right,
exist.
right,
Now my kids are light skinned, but they ain't no El Jabbar. Excuse my friend. My kids will whoop your
right,
ass. Okay?
right,
So I ain't got no punks in my house because I took them to the hood every day and say, look, you can hang out with these kids. If you get in a fight, you better fight back. So
right.
is your son tough or is he a little soft?
So I'm gonna put it this
He
way:
looked a little
he didn't
soft.
grow up like I did. He didn't grow up like I did. On the football field, I don't know where the toughness comes from sometimes, but yeah, like off of it, he's a pretty nice guy.
Okay, so
He's a pretty nice
hold
guy.
on, Noah. Have you ever been in a fist fight?
No.
See, that's
No.
why I can look at his eyes.
No.
I'm looking at you.
Right.
I'm looking at you. Come on.
Hey,
Anthony,
hey, you
listen.
know what?
You got to
That's
toughen
why I
it.
say he's a nice guy.
No,
He's a nice guy. I ain't gonna get
we can't have no nice guys. You got to take him. Oh no, does he play 7-on-7?
Where I'm gonna take him? We already live in the hood.
No, yeah, but you must be sheltering him. I already know what you're doing.
So in a way, I do. I'm not gonna front with
And
you.
I don't mind
I
that
do.
because the elements where you live, I'm from there. It can be bad for
Yeah.
you don't want him to get mixed up in something. But let's say 7-on-7.
Right.
Where is he? Does he play 7-on-7 yet?
So he played 7-on-7 with the Bellflower Brave. I guess the
Oh
Bosco, the
no,
Fort Worth
no,
team.
oh no.
Yeah,
No,
hold
not even
on.
modern day. Don't know. Modern day too white. No. Mm-mm.
Right.
No, you got to
We didn't
go.
put him on.
Are them boys still in business? What was the name of them? Fig and those guys. Was sorry.
Oh yeah, premium.
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 They
Yeah,
still
yeah, yeah,
around?
yeah, yeah, yeah. They are.
Okay,
They
he need to
are.
get with Premium.
Yeah.
That's what you need to
I
get
do.
with.
That's the next step.
He got to get with premium.
Yeah.
Because I think that'll help toughen him up.
So, Fig, if you're watching this, man, I got one for you.
Okay? Now, who is he working with in terms of... I would make a decision. Does he play DB or does he play receiver? Now, it's hard to make that assessment. I think he should go to a guy. We work out with a guy named Jeff at Elite Athletes. You know this guy?
So I heard about Elite Athletes, and I've inquired. That's definitely they're definitely on the.
So in LA,
Rolodex.
that's the guy you should be messing with. And Jeff will look at him, and Jeff will be honest with you. Is he a DB or is he a receiver? Okay?
Right.
Now, there's not a lot of good DBs in the league.
Right.
I'm telling you that right now. So that DB route is a little easier.
Right.
But he got to be able to tackle and have some courage, some heart to be able to tackle.
Right.
And
that's why I said I don't know where the courage comes from on the field sometimes, because like you said, he ain't really had to go through the fist fights and other stuff. Like I was fighting since I was a little kid. But when he does get on there, he never shies away from stuff. It's more so now come down to technique. And like you said, a lot of the technique nowadays is on the wide receiver side. Guys are highly skilled and getting better every day.
Right. So I would do both, because I tell you, the guys I know who start out playing receiver and flip around and play DB, they're good DBs because they got good hands. Most DBs will play DB because they could never catch. And that's why they went to DB. So I would start him out as a receiver, but you need to get with a guy, elite athlete, something like that, that's gonna be honest with you, because he's at the turning point right now where you gotta make a decision. Is this the hill we're gonna live and die on? You gotta make that decision right now. You don't have time to play soccer, baseball, track. You can't do all that. And I don't like track either. All these guys do track. I don't like track. I'll tell you why.
Yeah, this is his first year of running track. This is like it's still a trial. Like still trying to.
Okay, let me tell you why I don't like track. Most people run track. Football players get faster. Are you going to get faster? I doubt it. Significantly, I doubt it. So if you give me a guy who's relatively quick, and you go, let's say he runs a 4.6 40. He's a senior. And I said, dude, if you run track, you run a 4.2. That's not going to happen. You and I know that. So if he runs a 4.6, if he starts running track, he may run a 4.55 or something. He's not going to get significantly faster. So.
Right, because it's more top end speed type stuff.
It's just, I mean, you're only going to go so fast. What nature gave you is what you got. You can improve it a little bit, but not significantly. And how long does it take? Track is like, 3 months?
It seemed like it was a little bit longer than that.
Okay, that's even worse. That's even worse. Because I'm trying to make a point. My point is, that time you waste running track, you can be lifting weights. It's more important for him to lift weights because he got to get strong. He can't be skinny and weak. To get to that next level, you got to be strong. So he'll get faster as he gets older. He's going to be blessed with what he got. So spend that time lifting weights, doing squats, doing bench press, getting him thick, getting him healthy, getting him strong. That's what I would spend more time with, not running track. That track is bullshit. Don't do it. It's because, I'll tell you why. My sons, look, I had two choices. Football's over. They can run track or come home and work out with me. You come home and work out with me. You ain't doing no track. No, we ain't trying to go to the Olympics. And you're not going to get that much faster, so don't do it.
And that's so. I initially had him in track, and it wasn't necessary to get him faster because he was, like you said, he was already pretty fast, and I think that was a big reason why they wanted him on that team. Mm-hmm. But like, it was more so about like the individual, because it's kind of like, in my opinion, kind of like bodybuilding in a way.
Individual sport.
Certain things you got to get up and you got to do it, right? So nobody's gonna. It's not. You can't hide behind anybody.
Right.
It's either you got it or you don't, right? Like, so I like that element. So we're this is still new, like fairly new, but this year the plan is to run to do more 7-on-7 and get some more running in
You gotta lift
there as
weights.
well as like
Look,
off season
listen.
training
Let me
program.
let me give you the elements. If you're a receiver, you gotta be able to catch the damn ball.
Right.
You gotta be able to run routes, and you gotta be strong, and you gotta be smart. You're already smart, so all you gotta do now is catch and learn how to catch, learn how to run routes, and get strong. The thing that takes the longest out of all those three things is to get strong. It takes a long time to lift weights and get your muscles strong. That takes years. So you can't screw around and waste any time, any monkey business, running track, swimming, tennis, any of that. That's madness. Don't waste time with any of that. So make sure, like it was my son, he's 13, and now his testosterone is developing. Man, let me tell you something. I'm taking him out of track tomorrow. So, dude, we're not doing track. This is what we're doing.
Technically, we are taking him out of track tomorrow.
Yeah, good.
Because the Junior Olympics just ended, so we done with that.
Do you have a gym membership?
So we got a Planet Fitness around the corner, and that we kind of utilize that.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Take him there at least 4 days a week.
Okay.
If he wants to be a receiver, you got to invest some money and get you a jug machine. You cannot be a good receiver. Let's start over. Shit. When I'm talking to you, I'm making a plan to try to make him to be the number one guy in the nation. One of the best in the nation. Not okay, not good. I want him to be the guy. This is what you do to be the guy. Now, if you want to be the second place, the guy who ain't doing nothing, I don't know who. Talk to some other guy. Call some. There's a lot of podcasts out there. You can call those guys. They can tell you how to do that. I don't know how to do that. So, I will start lifting weights with him tomorrow. How's his eating habits?
Man, I could barely feed him, John. So he goes through a lot of protein, a lot of eggs. So I would say at least.
Okay, let's start over. What did you eat in the morning? What did you eat this morning?
What did you eat this morning? So this morning was a little bit of an anomaly because we had to hop on a flight about 6. But he ate, I think, like some Chick-fil-A.
Okay. What did you eat yesterday morning? The day before? Do you know? Or typically at your house, what does he eat?
So I could give you the breakdown of that. So typically in the morning, it's going to be eggs. It's going to be a lot of eggs. We eat a lot of eggs in this house. I like it because it has all the amino acids, a lot of protein. And then after that, he'll probably eat a couple, like maybe an hour or two.
Wait, hold on. You said just a lot of eggs for breakfast.
So eggs. What else would you eat on the typical? Like toast.
Some toast.
Maybe some some
carbs,
egg,
some sweet toast. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my wife. That's what my wife ate this morning.
Yeah.
My wife ate the same thing this morning.
Oatmeal.
My wife eats oatmeal. You gotta eat man food. Stop all that.
What would you suggest? Oh, well, I mean, we eat a lot of steak too.
What did you eat last night? Well, you were on a flight. Well, if you was home, what do you eat tonight normally?
So typically, it would probably be like some type of steak or like a lasagna, some type of high carb.
So whatever you eat at night, whatever you eat at night, he eats in the morning. You understand what I'm saying?
So whatever he eat at night, he should repeat it back in the morning.
Yes. That's the real food. He's growing.
And we started some supplements too, like some protein.
That's fine. He needs that because he's growing. He's a growing man. He needs more protein than you because he's growing.
Yeah.
So you got to feed him air. You got to feed him the real food. Listen. I don't care about Chick-fil-A. You eat McDonald's. You can eat anything. Chips, ice cream. Eat everything in your mom and dad's house. But make sure your main thing is get a lot of red meat in you. Guys who eat a lot of chicken, they look like a chicken. You ain't never seen a big chicken. So, you need red meat. Red meat and hitting those weights. He should be doing 13 years old. I would have him squatting right now.
Yeah. Lifting
weights, eating red meat. Getting him strong, going to run routes, learning how to catch balls. Jug machine, 204 balls a day. 4 days a week at least. This is what you got to do. Now, it's a second job for you. If you're not willing to do that, That's a problem. It's a second job. I mean, you better be
No,
glad because
I
you
love
live
the
in LA.
concept of it.
Huh?
Right. No, I love the concept because I mean, honestly, you get what you put in. So if you don't invest nothing, you can't expect a return.
No.
So.
And another thing that's going to sound crazy, you may go, I don't know, but I'm just telling you, don't let them fools that like in track, football, don't let them stretch your boy. When you start stretching, you start pulling shit.
Right, like static stretching, right?
No, I don't know about static, batic, no stretching, period.
Right.
No good for
So
him.
that's actually something that I've always said that's how I assess a coach. Number one, right? If I come in and the first thing we doing is stretching cold muscles, we're out, right? Like we're out of here. Only because I think dynamic stretching and like getting them to actually start firing is really where you can see performance.
Let's start over. Dynamic, aesthetic, perletic, papotic. Don't do no stretching, dog. I don't care what you call it. You warm up, but don't stretch. I'm just telling you. That's how you get hurt. Now, a lot of guys go, oh, don't listen to him. Okay, you fools who saying don't listen to me, let your kids keep stretching and watch them get hurt. Let me give you an example. Let's say you go to a Lakers game or any football game. You see guys warming up. Now, I believe in warming up. If you're going to bench press, your max, are you going to warm up or are you going to stretch? Here's a guy standing next to me, Jim Smith, the best stretcher in the world. He's going to stretch you for 20 minutes, and then we're going to put you under your max on the bench. You would never do that.
Right.
So why stretch? That goes to show you it's stupid. It's worthless. Why do it? You warm up. So I'm for warming up, but not stretching. Challenge you,
right.
think about
that's
it.
Kind of what I guess I was going for was the dynamic warm up. Then maybe the stretch is not the right word. Don't ever put that in there. But I agree. Like
you got to warm up,
cold muscles is
but don't stretch.
Right.
That's how you get an injury. If you have a scab on your elbow because you fell down, and if you stretch that scab, it'll reopen.
Right.
Same thing. You don't want to stretch your muscles like that. I don't like loose muscles. I like tight muscles. They fire off. Loose muscles can't, like a loose rubber band, what are they going to do?
Right. No, it's too much elasticity.
Yeah.
Like, I get what you're saying.
Stay away from that. Stay away from that stretching. It's bad.
That makes sense.
I told my sons. I told my sons not to stretch. Equanimous goes to Notre Dame. I get a phone call. He pulled his hamstring. I go, how is that possible? I trained my sons. Something's wrong. So I called my son and said, okay, something's wrong. Are you still doing leg curls? He goes, yeah. I said, okay. Are you stretching? Yeah, I started stretching. I said, God damn it. I told you not to stretch. But they told him, if you stretch, you'll get faster. You're tight. It's okay to be tight. That's how God made you.
Yeah.
Some fools are loose.
So it's crazy that you say that. That's what people say about him a lot of the times. But I mean, he is really fast. I would say that's probably one of his traits that works well for him is that tightness.
That's why he's fast, because he's tight.
I think that's how my back started hurting last.
What'd you do?
It was during stretches and just started like hurting.
There it is. Hello. There it is. Just look. Just do what I tell you. Just don't stretch. Don't stretch until you die. Don't stretch ever. It's ridiculous. Don't do it.
And you know what? It's crazy that you said that about the hamstring because I was going to ask you because that's usually like one of the most like I guess undertrained muscles that we usually see. We do like Nordic curls and other things.
What is a Nordic curl? What is that? Whoa. What is that?
So it's basically like a how can I explain? So it's,
is it a machine?
It's not. It's body resistance.
Oh, I know what you mean.
But we do.
I know what you mean. It's like a little apparatus. You get underneath. You're on your knees and you hold your chest.
And you go. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Let me interrupt you. Okay, so let me give you some examples. If I said to you, I want to have a good, strong bench press. So I'm gonna do a lot of push-ups, or I'm gonna bench press. Which one should I do to get stronger?
Bench press. Yeah, bench press.
So
Right.
the what was the curls called you're doing? A static what?
It's like a Nordic curl.
The Nordic curl is like
yeah.
doing push-ups. That's for girls.
Yeah, it is like a
That's for
push-up.
girls.
It is like a
That's for women. Sorry if you don't like it. Women don't like that. That's, well, however you want to call it. That ain't for guys trying to be hogs. You got to do leg curls.
Right, trying to gain muscle.
No.
Right, I get what you're saying.
Okay, you want to be a guy who puts a uniform on and you okay, that's good. You want to be the number one guy on the team, can't do that. Can't do that.
What would you suggest as
leg
far
curls,
as
leg curls.
Leg curls.
You go to the gym, let's say I put 80 pounds on. And you can do 80 pounds 10 times. I'm saying do a 10, and then I go to 75, 5 reps. Then I'll go to 70, 5 reps. I go to 65, 5 reps. I go to 65 reps, that's 1 set. Then we start over. Do 4 sets of that. Look, you go into the typical gym. I've been in a lot of gyms all over the country, a lot of colleges. A lot of them. And I'm telling you right now, only 2 of them out of at least 30, 2 of them had a leg curl machine.
Surprisingly, Planet Fitness have one.
No, because that's not a college.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I'm talking about a college. These guys are stupid. They don't know what they're doing. These trainers don't know what they're doing. Why would you ignore the look? If you do squats, they got squat racks. Squats. What happens?
Right, quad dominant.
Your quad, thank you. It gets dominant.
Yeah.
And then you create a muscle imbalance between your hamstring and your quad and your leg. And that's why guys pull muscles in their quads most of the time, because there's a muscle imbalance.
Because it's overworking.
They never work their hamstring.
Right.
They never work it. But they work that quad for what? 10 years?
Yeah.
And then they go, oh God, I can't believe I pulled my hamstring. And you stretch it? Oh, you ridiculous.
No, you're 100% right. And so I guess that was the next part, because obviously, I mean, we do live in the hood. I'm not going to front with you, John. I don't have a whole lot of money and resources, so I'm always trying to figure out new ways to, or at least one consistent way to help him.
Okay,
train.
so let me tell you, I give it to you. I'm from the neighborhood. I know exactly what you're dealing with. Here's what you got to do. First of all, be ready to call this your second job. This is your second job. First thing I would do is get a little membership. You got money for a membership at the gym?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't hire a trainer. You the trainer. One thing about lifting weights, you should go look at how would I say that? There's some videos actually online of me training with my sons, and you can look at those videos, watch the movement. They may not be complete when we do curls, for an example. We're jerking. We're not sitting there real stiff, real sturdy doing curls. We're jerking a little bit. Look at how we do it, and go into the gym and repeat that stuff, and you will be surprised how. And look at the rest between sets. It's very short. Your son will start growing, eating the right stuff, sleeping. But one thing you got to do, you got to start right now saving your pennies to get a jug machine. Now, don't buy a brand new one. Go online and find a used one. Okay. You know how many guys who have them out there?
Yeah, I actually was just looking on offer up for one.
They're all over the place. Used one, guy like, man, my son's out of school. He's 30. They'll probably give it to you. You just got to search. I bought a jug machine. I bought a used one. So they're out there. So you just got to search for them. Hell, Brew McCoy's daddy got one. He ain't using no more. He'll probably give it to you. You know? So you just got to start looking. Now, so you got your gym membership, you get your jug machine, and you go down, let's say, elite athletes. Now, I live in Orange County, so it's a long ways. For those of you who don't know, I had to drive like on a Wednesday night with traffic in LA from Orange County. It would take me something like an hour and 40 minutes or an hour and a half to get to LA, to get to the jungle. to work out at Dorsey. Okay?
Right.
Now, I did that because I wanted them to run with them dudes. You know, you got to run with those guys. You can't do that in Orange County. So you get to work in with Jeff. Now, sometimes it's too far. It's expensive. So I would videotape them, all of the workouts as much as I could. And then I would go at home, and 3 days a week I would do it in the park by myself.
Yeah, replicate.
Just replicate it, right. Or I would look at Ocho Cinco's workouts. He has some good footwork drills. And we'd do those footwork drills around the corner on the side of the house. Just to meet some green grass. And you just keep doing it. Keep doing that. Now, I have a thing called 15-minute drill. This is probably the most important thing I'm going to tell you. If you look at Ocho Cinco, his footwork, take some of his little videos, and go to the park and show your son, put some cones down, and say, okay, we're going to do this drill right here. And he'll try to imitate it. 15 minutes only, 3 times a week. You will be amazed how it compounds itself over time. I saw a kid once at Dominguez High School. This dude his footwork was crazy. And my kids were like 5, 6, and 7 years old at the time. And he must have been like 13. I thought he was like 14, 15. And he was running with the high school guys. I thought, wow, that little dude got some nice feet. He's doing all the drills just beautiful. So I asked his dad, I go, hey, let me ask you a question. How'd you get like that? He goes, oh, we do these drills. You know, I would come here and I watch these drills and I copy them. And then 15 minutes every other day, we go to the park 3 days a week. And then for 15 minutes, we would do the drills. I said, only 15 minutes? He goes, 15 minutes. He got like that. And he says he's only been playing for 1 year. 1 year? His feet are that good? Oh my God. So that 15-minute drill is amazing. After that, you good. You good after that.
Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. So this is what I got written down. So we lifting, jug machine, gym membership, try to get to elite athletes, and then if we can replicate some of that too at home. And then the 15-minute drills 3 times a week. And then with the 15 minutes, was it like just like ladders, or was it like going through?
You can do whatever you want. Sometimes I did ladders, sometimes I did cones. Mostly cones. Mostly it was cones, you know, because that's what Ocho Cinco did. He actually never used ladders. You know, if you can go online and find his drills, and I tell you, oh my God, it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, it's easy. You just type it in YouTube, it comes up. I think it lives forever there. Let me see if I got some more. Are you married?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
So your wife can help out.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah. No, definitely.
She's not interrupting your program, is she? She on the page?
No. A matter of fact, man, she's super supportive of it. Because this is his goal. You know, he's the one who said he wants to go to the NFL. I support it?
Okay. Whoa. Back up. You hit me with this stuff here. Noah, you want to go to the NFL?
Yes, sir.
Listen to me. By the time you become of age, they got to select somebody. Why not you? They got to select somebody. Why not you? And I'm telling you, as I'm sitting here, you could make it for sure. Do the things I'm telling you, but Dad, listen to me. This is gonna sound weird. It's not up to Noah. It's up to you. Noah can only go as far as you push him, because he's a young man. He's doing young man things. He's doing everything right. When he doesn't want to get up and go to work, he doesn't want to work out, he doesn't want to eat. That's what young people do. It's up to you to make him do these things. It's not up to him. It's up to you.
No, I'm definitely I believe that philosophy that, you know, there's not really lazy kids, it's the lazy parents, right? Like, and that's why I was saying the whole thing with the homework. Like, nobody's gonna say, oh, if you don't feel like doing homework today, that's okay.
Thank you.
You know, like, nah, that's not going. Like, we ain't doing that. That's not.
So another thing, I got a question. He's gonna be going to high school soon.
Mm-hmm.
What high school you think am I going to?
Man, that's been the question that I've been getting a lot. Um,
Hello.
and now get that leads into my next question. I don't know if you're reading my mind,
I'm reading
but
your mind, baby.
essentially when, when you were picking them schools, like what was going through your head? Because I mean, obviously, your sons they went to. I know at least because
Three schools.
about around that time, my little brother he was in high school at that time, and he was at St. John Bosco. And I know you had a boy at Mater Dei. I know you had one at
Yeah.
Servite too at that
Mhm.
time or
Well,
around that
okay,
time.
so
So like, how did you make that
okay,
decision
I'm
to like
I'm telling you
what
right
were the
now,
factors?
if it's possible, I don't know whatever school you choose. First, I would choose the school that has the biggest light shining on it, where all coaches are coming to see the talent. That's the first school I would pick. But in terms of your address, I would never give them the address to where you live
Okay.
because there's a rule. If you go to a high school and you go, man, I don't like this school. This ain't working. You got to sit out if you go to another school. So, from the beginning, do not give him your address. He lives somewhere else. Find a friend. I'm going to say my son lives here. Is that okay? Put that address down. Because they won't come check that. And let's say you go, man, I don't like it here. We're out of here. Now, when you move, they're going to say, you got to move. You say, well, yeah, now I live here. Your real address. That makes sense?
So I mean, that's what I was saying. I've been through that process. My little brother, he went to Bosco and then he transferred. He went to Alamein or whatever. And we went through that before. And yeah, like you said, that's 100% the way that we did it because of those things. He ended up going to like an Ivy League. He wanted to just go to college.
Wait. So you're saying the first address you gave wasn't your home address?
Correct.
Oh, that's smart. You're the first guy I ever heard knew that. Okay, that's smart.
So initially, like when he first got there, and then we were able to. That's because at that time there was still the transfer rule. I think they changed the rule now, so you could kind of like there's free movement.
You better check it. Check it. I'm not too positive, but make sure of that. That's the first thing. You understand?
Yeah.
Because there's a good chance you don't like that situation.
Right.
Now, my son went to Orange Lutheran, and there were some rules back then that I think as a freshman, you could move once or something like that. If you're a freshman and you don't like the school, you can move. You had a 1 year you can move free, I think it was. So then we went to Servite. We didn't like Servite. See, look, I got a program in my house. If you're not on the program that I've got going, we ain't going there. We ain't staying. Bye.
Right.
We're out of here. And then I went to Mater Dei.
Right.
Now, the mistake I made was some stuff went down at Servite and had some racial components to it. And my son, equanimity, said, Papa, let's get out of here. We should go to Mater Dei. I got, nah, let's think about it. And that's a mistake I made. I should have left. But the problem was I would have had to move in order to make that happen. But I should have, it would have been worth it because I had the money to even get another apartment somewhere just to move. I didn't. My son knew. I didn't listen to him. I should have got him out of there. Everything worked out, but I should have moved. My point is this. If you're in a situation that ain't good for your son and what you're trying to do, get out of there. Now, you got to be honest with yourself. You can't say everybody hates my son and he ain't that good. If your son ain't that good, you got to know that. You need one person to tell you the truth.
Exactly.
If he sucks, he sucks. Your son can't be sucking and you go, oh man, we getting out of here because, no, he's no good.
Because they hating on me, right?
If you don't do what I tell you now, I'm telling you by the time he's a junior, he's no good. He's not going to be good enough. So don't move just because you think the coach don't like it. Don't get me wrong. There's some haters out there. There's some coaches that are haters. There's no question about that. But if he's super good like I'm talking about, they got to use him. Even if they hate him, they got to use him. Because you got to leave no stones unturned. So picking a high school was very challenging for me because there was no one there to give me what I'm going to give you, the answers. I searched around. High school to me was a vessel to get to a good college. I need some vehicle to get my son to a great college so he can be seen by the NFL. How do we get scholarships? I went to a school, Orange Lutheran, they told me Jim Kunow was the coach there. He told me, and I ain't trying to hate on this dude. I guess he's a nice dude. I don't know. I'm just telling you the truth shit. He told me, I do this and I get all the scholarships and all that. And I thought, okay.
That's crap.
So we went there. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Orange Lutheran has the best academic program. No offense to anybody else. But they're two nice people. They're so nice. The nicest people in the world. I don't have one bad thing to say about anybody there. They're just so nice that it didn't fit because I'm trying to make a dog or wolf and they're trying to do pussycats.
Right.
This ain't working.
Right.
So we had to leave. But it was a great school. Academics were great. The nicest people. But too nice. So we went to Servia.
So, and that's what we're battling with right now, John, is that there are some great academic schools that are reaching out or, that are showing like interest. But honestly, I feel like he's already a pretty darn good student. And we have that covered. But with the football side, I really need him to be.
You got to put him on the school where there's the biggest light. The brightest light in L.A. and Orange County is Bosco and Mater Dei, period.
Yeah, we're about 10 minutes from Bosco.
Those are two biggest lights. Yeah. You got to have them there. Now, scholarships. You got to get a scholarship. This is another conversation we'll have at another time, but mom and dad got to get the scholarships. Okay. Ain't no coach get your son a scholarship. Don't listen to that. Okay? Right. So I was on that journey. I go, okay, how do I do it? How do I get a scholarship for my son? What are you talking about? This guy told me this. So he took me to his house. And this is what every parent should do. He typed my son's name in and hit enter. Nothing came up. And this is when my son was in the 8th grade. He goes, see, that's a problem. Because if you tell a coach, man, my son's really good, and he goes to his office and Googles him, nothing comes up, first thing he's going to think is you're doing daddy ball. All right? You're doing daddy ball. I go, okay, that makes sense. So he sat down, he typed his son's name in, who was, I think, a junior in high school. All kind of stuff popped up, articles, everything. I go, what the hell? I said, okay. He says, okay, now, when you go to 707s, don't focus too much on the team winning, losing. Your son goes out there and performs. As a father, you got to know who all the beat writers are. Introduce yourself. And when the opportunity comes, walk up to them, introduce them to your son, and ask them, can they put his profile up? Or can they do an article on him? Right? That was my job. So that's your job. You go to 707, you got to know all the beat writers. If you don't know them, ask somebody where they at. And once you start knowing them, you know them. Yes, and just, look, a lot of times I went up to the guys, they go, no, we can't do that. I said, okay, sir. My sons will laugh, Papa, you crazy. But, hey, guess what? You got to tell me no. I'm going to approach you. And guess what happened? At some point, oh, yeah, hey, I saw you today. Great catch, young man. What's your name?
Right.
They took his picture. Now he's populating. You understand?
Right.
There's a reason I did that. Now,
yes,
he's playing football, Mater Dei, or Servia, wherever. Game's over. Everybody kissing their mom, their girlfriends. My sons are looking at me. I'm standing at the rail going, and I start pointing to all the beat writers. Screw the little girls. Screw mom and dad. Get your butt over there and get you an article written up. Because I know how it runs. I know how it works.
100%.
So I'm trying to teach you how this system works. They get there, hey, how you doing? Great game, man. And they start asking questions. And they start typing stuff. And stuff starts populating on the internet. That's your first job.
Mm-hmm.
You have 3 years to get a scholarship when you get to college, high school. Freshman, sophomore, junior. Senior year don't count. All scholarships are given out by then. You got 3 years.
Right.
So you're on the clock. If you wait for those guys, it'll never happen. Now you've been now even now with at his age, start trying to get somebody to write stories about him.
It's funny that you say that, John, because I actually just had the well, there's two articles that are pinned. They're coming. Luckily, I mean, he did some stuff on the football field to where he was okay. And like you said, somebody had told me about this previously, and they were like, "Hey, man, you need to speak with this guy, Al Pops." And I had known him from before because he had wrote some stuff about my brother going in. And then that actually connected me to some of the other guys who I guess do like the rivals. So I had met them before, and I'm like, yes, now I know why these things are aligning because I'm like, hey, this is what has to be done. Yeah, no, you're 100% correct. That's why I'm like, if you're giving great game, this really should be sold and not told. But hey,
yes.
I appreciate so much.
And at some point, I'm gonna start charging for this information. I haven't gave you
Hey.
1/10 of it. It's more, but it's a lot of stuff you got to know, you know. And so I just want to throw that at you because he's approaching that. So, you know, and if you're sitting there going, well, what high school do I go to? Get the biggest light, but he must be ready for that. And right now, he ain't ready because I can see what he's eating, what he's training. He's behind. So you got to put double. You got to put double time in. To be honest with you, because there's guys out there putting in.
Yeah, and we had that conversation too, man. I'm a realist. I feel like you got to be real with stuff in order to get to the next level, right? You got to identify first what's going on, and yeah, we have said, hey, we've been slacking, right? So now how do we fix that?
You've been slacking, not him.
Well, you're right.
He'll do whatever he tells you. Remember, I told you about the lazy parents. Don't fall into that. It ain't him. It's you. He's doing everything you tell him to do.
No, you're right.
Now, I don't know if you know about the protein I have? Yeah.
The cane protein, yes, sir.
So that's good for him to take, you know, the cane protein because, like I said, kids, look, if he eats, he'll never gain weight. Not like you want. To gain that muscle, he got to eat protein, food, and lift weights, all three together. And it shouldn't take him but, as a young man, 4 months to transform himself. 4 months. Because his growth hormone...
I'm going to take some before and after.
His growth hormone is kicked in. So you got a window between now until he's like 18 and it shuts off, or 19. But his growth hormone is activated. You got to go now hard. You got to get a program, get him in doing footwork, catching balls, lifting weights. His academics are already good. He just got to be the guy. You got to be the guy. You got to put a lot of work in. A lot. You're behind. But 15 minutes a day, you'll be amazed. You'll go, holy man. You'll hear someone tell you, man, he got good footwork. Someone will tell you that. If you did what I said in a matter of a month and a half, someone would say to him, if they saw him, he has good feet work. His footwork is good. And you go, wow, that 15 minutes worked. And everybody got that.
Yeah, no, everybody got 15 minutes. And all the other stuff also have to come on the back end. Like, we have to do those too. So I definitely agree.
How old are your daughters?
I'm going to pick it up. So my daughter, 11, 9. Wait, okay. I need you to be.
11,
I got a little brain fog right now. I haven't slept a lot. 11, 9. 7. Okay, I wasn't right. Like 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man,
4.
you killing
4
me,
and
you
2.
killing me, you killing me, you killing me, dude. If I had them 3 daughters,
I'm killing.
you think Venus and them was good? You ain't seen nothing. I'm putting the tennis rackets in their hands, going to the park, hitting balls against the wall, just like her dad is.
Hey, we got. We trust me that they already in the lab with the tennis.
Nothing else. Don't fool around with no stupid basketball, no track and field, archery, none of that bullshit. None of that. Don't mess with that. You put them in tennis and you make them and you say, look, line them up. Say all 3. Look, all 3 of my sons would have made it. Had Osiris not hurt his foot. There ain't no reason why all your kids can't make it. The only reason they won't make it because you didn't push them.
Right, and Osiris went to what school again?
No, listen to me. Stanford called my house and said, I'm giving everybody a scholarship in your house.
Wow.
All the schools are calling me up. Mr. Brown, everybody a scholarship. But that's what you should be doing. You got them 3 daughters like that? Come on, man. You got to start instilling that into them right now. Put that into their psyche. God, you got the black gold running through your veins. Come on, man. You got to activate that stuff, dog.
Yes, sir.
It ain't been stepped on or nothing.
I appreciate it, man.
Man.
None.
Dude, you got it, man. You just gotta. It's up to you. Listen to me, Anthony.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
No.
You gotta go day and night. You gotta go day and night. You gotta wake up thinking about this. I was so crazy with it. I went to my son's school, saw him what they was eating. I called my homeboy and said, look, man, I need to make some protein for my kids. I made that protein just for my kids, not to sell. Because I didn't like what they was eating. I said, man, formulate something for my kids. And I gave it to them. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm all in.
Right.
Burn the boat.
Yeah.
Right?
For real.
All in, baby.
Yeah.
The only way that young man and them 3 girls gonna make it because of you. And ain't no reason why they all shouldn't make it. Is if you don't let them be in my house. Let them in my house. Oh, they making it. In my house, they making it.
Yeah. No, I got one that she's a little bit more combative. She loves the academic stuff, but sports.
Oh, how old is she? You give her. You've been giving her too much choices. Nah, your fault. You give her too much choices. Yeah. I'm not saying you be mean to them. You understand? But you got to take the choice away.
I get what you're saying.
So this is
what's a path, right? Like you put them on the right path.
Listen to me. Girls, line up. This is what we're doing. This is what you saw King Richard, right? The movie. Okay, you need to look at that tonight on Netflix. Okay, whatever it's on shit. He did the same thing I was doing. He told them from the beginning. I instilled at them every day. This is our mission. This is what we're up. This is what we're trying to do, and they buy in. Especially if Daddy's saying it, they buy in.
Right. You
gotta just sell it to them every day, day and night. Come on, man. You too near me not to hear me. Come on. You got to hear me now.
I love it all, man. I feel like I gotta tell you something now, man.
Shit, don't worry about that. But
I definitely got
to tell you this. I mean, shit, I ain't no rich man. You know what I mean? But I ain't coming up short. You know what I'm saying? I ain't coming up short, but
I feel you. Now, hey, you gonna at least get $1 from me because I'm gonna get some cane for sure.
But yeah, and if you have any other, you're gonna go through life. Something's gonna happen. You go, God damn, what would John do? Call Osiris. Say, man, Osiris, I got a question for your old man, man. I gotta get him back on, dog. Because what we're talking about, there's hundreds of parents that need to hear this, and they don't know it. And they're like, what do I do? Yeah. This is what you do. And I'm gonna start charging fools for this information because I know it's worth money. I know it is. Because look, we didn't even talk about the academics.
I don't think you understand the impact you having.
We didn't talk about the academics. That's the next thing we'll talk about.
Right.
But you ain't got to worry about it with your boy. He's on track. But there's a lot of kids that ain't on track. And I got a theory to why they ain't on track and how to get them on track. I don't believe there's stupid kids. You know? It's the system is not good.
Right.
That's all it is. It's not the kids. Kids are smart. If you know, look, if I ask a boy,
it transfers over to everything else. It's like what you said, it transfers over because honestly, it's just like, that's why the whole homework analogy hit me, because it was like, well, dang, like I've never given them the option whether they could do homework or not, right? Like you're gonna do this, right? And not just that, like they like to compete. My kids like to compete against each other, right? So when you give that competitive edge, then they take pride in it, and it's like, all right, we just repeat the process over and over and over.
You just got to instill that into them. You just got to instill more into your kids of what it is you're trying to accomplish. You know, and don't shoot for like college. Go for the best in the world. You got to shoot for the stars.
Right.
I mean, but there's so much stuff to do with how to talk to coaches. You know, when you get a scholarship, when you go to school, what college do I pick? Oh man, there's a lot. There's so much to this thing.
I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna call Osiris. We're gonna talk again.
For right now, at his level,
those
are the things he need to know. You understand what I'm saying? And there's some parents out there with younger kids. You have a younger kid and you want to talk to me, just go hit me up at John Brown Black Coffee on Instagram, and you know, hit me up with a DM, and if you get lucky, you get on. You know, because at some point I'm gonna start charging you fools for this information because I know it's valuable. And we touched on just a smidget of it. And when you call me, if there's a parent saying, I'm thinking about getting married. Oh, I got some advice for you. I'm thinking about having some babies. My baby's 1. Oh, let me have him when he's 1 year old. 1 year old, oh, we really make him a champion. It ain't difficult.
Right.
There ain't no reason Noah shouldn't go to the NFL. When he hits that age, they should select him. Number 1. I believe in it. How can I believe in your kid more than you? That don't make sense. I'm not saying I do, but I'm saying there's some parents out there, you know, I see kids, I go, man, if that was my son, he's going to the NFL. No question about it. No question about it.
Right.
But you got to be real. You can't lie to him. If he sucks, you got to tell him he sucks. You got to be real with him, you know? You can't lie to him. You know, if he's not good, he's not doing what he's supposed to do, regardless of what the coach say, you got to say, come here. I'm going to always tell you the truth. So if I say it, I don't care about what they write, 4 stars, 5 stars. You know how many 5 stars, 4 stars never make it? A lot. Because it's all bullshit. You understand? So you have to be the person that said, look, I'm going to be honest with you, son. Trust what I say. If I tell you you're good, you're one of the best in the world, then you know it. But you got to do the things I told you. He got to hit that gym 4 days a week. Hard. You can't be screwing around. No more screwing around. You need to start tomorrow because you're behind. We started in my house at 5 years old.
For sure.
We started lifting weights at 5 years old. So he's way behind. Now we're not talking about these other fools out there who ain't doing it. Let them do what they want. I'm talking about how to become number 1 in the world. Get him on the program. So, all right, dog. That's it for today. So if anybody, like I said, want to get in touch with me at John Brown Black Coffee, hit me up. You know what I mean? No, I believe you, young man. I don't even know you. I believe in you. Your dad's doing a great job. He just got to follow these things. If you don't make it, it's his fault. It's not yours. All right, dog. Keep the faith, brother.